And steps were taken to regulate the practice in 1934 by allowing baiting only under permit, with restrictions and the necessity for a reduced annual kill this fall has made it advisable this year to prohibit all hunting on baited premises. So there was a recognized problem with baiting and market hunting back during this time, and they were addressing it. And they had these investigators, is the way they described it. Investigators in 1933 reported as much natural food today per bird as there ever was. But they found that baiting on a shooting area often attracted the birds away from a good supply of natural food and held them in areas that were not naturally adapted for wintering waterfowl. To some extent, the urge to migrate was lost, and the birds thus delayed their flight, often suffered from cold and starvation. Probably 95% of all who bait, the investigators reported, ceased their feeding within a week of 10 days of the close of the gunning season.
Hang on, dude. So I saw a podcast here recently, and it was Frank Rauer, and he was talking about a story. He was talking about telemetry data that they had done. This was, I guess it would have been around probably 2000, in between 2017,
You,
2020, somewhere in
you,
there.
it just so happens we happen to have that cut. Who knew? Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
So,
Sorry.
so check this video out. But the key thing to this video is, as soon as Frank Rauer starts talking about it, John Devaney steps in and he's like, "Oh, that was in February. That was definitely February." Frank Rauer ignores his comment, looks at him a little weird, and just keeps talking. So check this video out.
But there were a whole bunch of people marking ducks with transmitters in the winter, and we had this wicked cold snap move through
in February.
And it was across the board. The folks at Tennessee Tech, in Arkansas, at Paul Link down, had a bunch of birds marked, and you would think birds would say, "Wow, it's freezing up, and I got to go." But they didn't go, and a lot of them died. And that was the first time, in my recollection, where we've seen a real cold snap actually lead to a lot of direct mortality.
Well, the first time, that's funny, Frank. Right here in the 1930s, let's see, August 9th, 1935, U.S. Department of Agriculture talking about birds in the cold. But it's the first time? Interesting.
They know that all this stuff exists. They definitely know. And the fact that they ignore it, I don't understand. I can't wrap my head around it.